CEO, giving us the signal to go. It's happening today as we celebrate Black History Month. On this day, Wednesday, remember Wednesday, it will become a very special day. It is a very special day. So today, first we pause to thank God for an opportunity to be able to make a phenomenal connection here in the Bay Area. To say thank you to In Touch News Radio. To say thank you to DJ CEO. We started this last year during National Black Business Month. And thanks to the community and business partners, it was a very successful show. Now we have the opportunity to come back to you on a weekly basis. Let's talk business with Sheryl Cusseaux. But I'm here today. Yes, love it. I'm here today with three phenomenal business individuals. To my left, Dr. Shenae Davis. Whoop, whoop. To her left, Mr. Derek Blue. That was a weak ooh.
I'm excited.
He's so excited. And to his left, Diva J. It's a new beginning. You're going to hear from all of us. Why are we here? To talk business. We want you to catch the show that will be all up in your business. Yeah. Yes. It starts with us. So I'm excited to be here as your host, Sheryl Jennings Cusseaux. Tampa girl, born and raised. I shout out to the group of entrepreneurs that came down my family line. That's my Black history. Entrepreneurship has been in my blood, even though I took the corporate route. But I'm here now in East Tampa, the place where I was raised. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. That being said, we're going to ask the questions, the who, the what, the when, and the where about your business. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's get started. A little bit about Dr. Shenae Davis. Do we not have the most beautiful co-host here? I love it. I love it. Black don't crack. She comes to us fully trained, professionally groomed, A&M graduate, USF graduate, but I'll have her fill all of that in. She's going to tell you about what's going to be so special with the connection that she's bringing to the show. She's going to talk to us about your health business. She wants us to be healthy and well. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Dr. Shenae Davis. She's going to fill you in with how she's going to use this platform of Let's Talk Business. Why? Because this show will be all up in your business. Dr. Davis, you're on.
Yes, thank you so much, Sheryl, for this wonderful invitation to be a part of the business of health in Let's Talk Business. So I own Your Best You personalized primary and diabetes specialty care. It's a passion of mine, giving people the health and the answers to manage themselves and to stay healthy. When you are in primary care, primary means that you are trying to stay well. When it's secondary care, that's like the hospital. That's when you're getting fixed. Tertiary care is rehab. So when we stay well, we have quality of life. We can do the things that we want to do, and we don't have to worry about disease, or we are at least aware of what our risk factors are.
So you need to catch us at stage one.
We want to catch you while you just know. We want you to know better
Look at
so
it, y'all.
you do better.
All right. You know, my pastor says that.
Well, that's in the Bible. That's in the Bible.
You want to go to church?
Well, we go to church and everything because everyone has some higher power.
Yes.
I'm a Christian and I believe in Jesus and God and the Trinity, but I don't push my faith on others. We ought to be a light.
Yes, we are.
We should just do what God wants us to do, and that should show in our action. If I have to tell you that I'm a Christian, something wrong with my walk.
Well, we're walking the walk.
But back to the reason that you have us here.
And we got a preacher in the house.
Yes, we do. But you've asked me to look at the second Wednesday of every month to talk about the business of health. In February, we're going to be focusing on heart health. Heart health. Heart health is really important to focus on because just like with other chronic diseases, sometimes you don't know that something's going on until something happens, like a heart attack or a blockage that could cause a stroke. So we want people to know what to do to prevent these poor manifestations in health consequences. We want to preserve health. When you know better, you do better.
You'll do better.
Yeah. I own Your Best You Personalized Primary and Diabetes Specialty Care.
Wait a minute. I love that name. Yes. Your Best You.
Your Best You.
You want to find the best in all of us.
Yes, absolutely.
And so how did you come up with the name Your Best You?
Well, I say this often. I pretend to be 20.
Oh, girl, stop. We are.
I pretend to be 20, but I'm more experienced than that. So I've been an advanced practice nurse for about 18 years, and the majority of that has been in diabetes care, endocrine care, and insulin is a hormone. And lots of people feel like diabetes is a sugar problem. It's not. It's an insulin deficiency problem. So in managing diabetes with specialists and with mentors that are international, diabetes researchers and they're just really big in the industry. I am very familiar with the cutting edge way of care, and I use a very scientific approach to fixing defects. So I'm kind of good at it.
I like her attitude. I'm kind of good at it.
So with correcting, the blood sugar, you correct quality of life, you correct weight, you correct erectile dysfunction, you correct heart disease risk, you do all of those things that people really don't address until it becomes an urgent problem. I help them to know and understand how addressing your risk factors prevents complications that we generally associate with diabetes. And diabetes isn't the only chronic disease we come up with, but the things that people focus on, the thing that takes them to their healthcare provider, the thing that breaks people down and makes them feel less than their best. That's what we keep them from, just by empowering them and activating them with knowledge and a better understanding of disease states. So over the years, in helping people to achieve their best life quality, Your Best You just came to me.
Your Best You. So you're going to break it down for us. Now, here's a thought, because I'm looking at this fabulous audience here. Well, our hosts. That being said, I have diabetes on both sides of my family. Mm-hmm. And I know you're going to talk about the prevalence of it in the African American community. In your family? Mm-hmm. Mr. Blue, your family?
Sure do.
Yeah. Diva J, your family.
Absolutely.
So we really need you to break it down, because this is real. It's in our house.
Yeah.
We're having this semi-round table discussion, but that's real.
Yeah.
So we want you to be all up in our health business. All up in our health business. Thank you for that. We're going to come back and check in with you, because we're going to talk about what this means to us. We're all here. Oh, they're so techno savvy. They all have their iPhones up. Oh, we got a caller.
Yes.
Oh, Lord, this is our first. Caller, come in. What's your name?
Hello.
Hello. Who do we have on the air?
Hi, my name is Alana Cusseaux.
Hey, Alana.
Hey, Alana. There's nothing like your baby calling in. And you're on the road, are you not?
I am. So unfortunately, I can't quite hear the radio show, but I didn't want to miss this opportunity to congratulate you on your inaugural first radio show.
This is
What's
special.
the hot topic for today, Miss SJC?
We just want you to know, baby girl, that we are all up in your business as well. So a shout out to you, getting ready to go back to school again, working on another degree. So thank you for taking the time and pulling over. I hope you pulled over and made that call into the show. We love you, Alana. Thank you.
Love you too.
Bye, darling.
Bye-bye.
Oh, our first call. She beat her daddy to it. It's going to cost me I'm getting a nice gift for Valentine's Day. So thank you so much for allowing us to hear what it is and how you will be using the platform. But something you said, Mr. Blue, before we chime in, something that you said to me when we were talking about planning the strategy for the show, and you mentioned stories, and you have some incredible stories. So when we come back, we want to hear about how you're going to introduce your show. Second Wednesdays of every month with Dr. Shanae Davis. Mr. Blue.
Yes, ma'am.
It's time to get all up in your business, brother.
Okay.
The Reverend Dr. CEO, father of 5.
Yes. 5.
Talk to us. Welcome to the show. My co-host.
Thank you.
You will be on every first Wednesday.
Yes.
All right.
Every first Wednesday. Well, my name is Derek Blue. I'm the CEO and chief mechanic at the economic engine that we call THAP.
Congratulations.
We
the man with all the titles.
THAP really exists, and I'll give a brief
You're good.
bio. THAP exists to impact individuals in every area of their lives, whether it be healthcare, and we're excited about our partnership, our upcoming partnership with YBY.
Oh, you heard it first. You heard it first right here on Let's Talk Business.
It just broke right here. So we're excited about that. We have a component of our organization, Synergy Health Centers, that focuses on just that wellness, HIV. We're introducing some new initiatives.
Awesome.
And expanding into some new territory this year. Also, we have the real estate arm that owns all of the THAP Group properties.
Which is why we're here today in
right
your building.
Right here in this building. I'm the chief landlord too. Right here at 5508. We own a clinic and a few acres of property and apartments, and then last we receive around $1 million a year to do weatherization, and that is low income energy retrofits to people's houses. So it's a lot of stuff, and then of course 5508 Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda right here at 5508.
You introduced that at DSI Black Pages showcasing.
Yeah, I happen to have been on the cover.
Yeah, you just happened to be on the cover.
The last
just happened
magazine.
To be on the cover.
Can I show this off to my people?
Of course you can.
That's me.
I'm not even on the cover.
I'm on there.
That's me, and I'll show it right here.
And Dr. Davis?
Dr. Davis is here. Everybody's here.
Well, Jeanette, we'll be on the next cover.
Oh, I'm ready.
So we kind of introduced the term Wakanda, and I always say that vibranium is produced right here in East Tampa.
Yes,
it really is the best idea, and why 5508 exists is to legitimize what we want. I was talking to one of my board members yesterday, and what we want in everywhere you go. If you go to Philadelphia, I was just in Philadelphia. There's a Chinatown.
Yes.
I don't care how many brownstones you see, but once you get into Chinatown, you know it. You would almost think you somewhere in China. And everywhere has that but us. Really. And us stuff doesn't look right most of the time.
Okay.
And what we want to do right here at 5508 is that we want to be able to create an economic engine right here in our community that supports us. People don't know what they don't know. They've been listening to everybody else. And we're not short on business ideas or concepts. It's just legitimizing them and providing access for folks.
Well, Mr. Blue, when you were here and you were the speaker, there was a young girl here, and she was about 6 years old. And she thought she was in Wakanda.
She was.
She came here and she was so excited. So her mom was at Moffitt and she said, I'm going over to see Sheryl Cusseaux. And she said, we're going to the lady where Wakanda?
Wow.
So she comes over here and she says, I'm in Wakanda.
Yeah.
So we will get to hear about some of the Wakanda experiences here.
Absolutely.
You've got about how many collaborators here?
Right now there are about 40 plus.
40 plus, and I believe with a waiting list.
With a waiting list and a growing co-working base that
Awesome.
we're working on right now.
So one of the things I believe that you're going to do is allow some of the collaborators to come in on your segment on First Wednesdays. Is that correct?
Maybe. No. Yeah. I think
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, we want to be able
He
to
loves
showcase, as I call the collaborators here, they're billboards for us.
Okay.
Walking billboards. So absolutely, we want, what better way to measure the impact of a thing than to actually have the people who are being benefited by it. So,
Mr. Blue.
Yes, ma'am.
I just happen to have one of the things that DJ CEO and I did in August for National Black Business Month. Each day we supported one of our black businesses. We actually either wore their clothing or had something on where we purchased and spent our dollars, which is why the show starts at 12:31, because it's 31 ways, 31 days, and we ask you to come and spend $31. You will not get this purse for $31, but you can come here on Mr. Blue's campus.
Absolutely.
At Switching It Up. And each week we'll have some purse cam. What about that?
Purse cam.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Diva J.
So believe we 100 down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen of sun down 184-361 Rick. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361 Rick. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. It's a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Back in your purse.
And it's over there. Just the one with the spikes.
So we're on our way back. Let's talk business with Sheryl Cusseaux. I'm here today with my three co-hosts. Look at their faces. You'll see them on the first Wednesday, the second Wednesday. Second Wednesday here, Dr. Shanae Davis.
Yes.
First Wednesday, Mr. Derek Blue. Third Wednesdays, and we're up to that point now. We're going to come back to both of you, but we need to hear from Mrs. Jeanette Diva J. Horde Smith.
Hello.
New mother.
I'm one in.
Okay.
1 year.
What you? I got 5.
Whoa.
That's right, you do.
I got 5.
You do. We got
The
a
Lord let
basketball
me
team.
birth 3, and then He blessed me with 2 more.
Oh, wow.
Shout out, honey. Hey.
Yeah. Still first
Rocky
string
was on
all-star
here,
with
too.
Mrs. Blue.
Okay.
The first string
Oh,
yeah.
all-star.
Yes.
Miss Blue, yeah.
She is.
Diva J comes to us. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
She was here, born and raised here, left here to attend Howard University. She's got a couple of Miss titles behind her name, too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Ms. AKA contestant. What year?
Teenage Tampa.
Teenage Tampa.
Miss Teenage
Oh, she's taking us back.
2006. That was before I left Tampa to go to DC.
Dr. Davis, we are no longer 20, but we're still in Wakanda.
That's okay. That's all right.
Miss and Living Color. One of those years.
Miss and Living
before.
Color.
You know, just
And Miss something else.
contestant from Miss Maryland, USA.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now she's here at 5508,
Yes.
where it's happening. So I'm going to be all up in your business. Tell me a little bit about the who, what, when. Why are you here? How are you going to use this platform? Jeanette sent a post out, Well, maybe I shared a post. Actually, I didn't do any of that. My son did that.
Yeah, right.
And I was reading a comment. A gentleman was like, "How do I support you?"
Yes.
And I thought that was awesome.
That was William Kellebrew. Oh my God.
Oh, shout out to William.
Shout out to William. I know he's going to watch this. William is a good friend of mine, a client of mine. And so I guess I'll start from the top.
Because this is the why.
This is the why. So I'm Jeanette Horch-Smith, the founder and CEO of Dash Marketing. And I started a marketing and event planning company at the age of 23, a year after graduating from Howard University. So now, 8 years later,
yes,
we are still in business. We're still building businesses. We're assisting brands with going to the next level. And we're really making sure that people are putting together strategic marketing plans that work.
I love that.
So my story is like one of many millennials, you know, graduating from college, not being impressed with the workforce, but knowing what you're passionate about, knowing what you want to do. And for me, I saw a lot of our minority businesses that were doing great things with brands that did not represent that. And so I began to think, and it really started in healthcare when I was working with one of my first clients who was a dentist. Shout out Dr. DeVos.
Okay.
So one of my first clients, you know, he really gave me the opportunity to assist him with developing a brand for the first time. And I just fell in love. So I thought I was going into broadcast journalism and communications, but then when I realized through marketing, I could utilize those same skills while affecting the entire face of an organization or business and inevitably the perceptions of their target audiences, I knew this is what I wanted to do. So Dash Marketing, right here, we will be talking about all things branding,
branding,
strategy, events, and really just how to get the word out there. PR, we could run the gamut. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to drop nuggets.
All right.
I'm excited to bring in clients that I've worked with, people who I collaborate with, and just introduce different opportunities for people at all levels of businesses so they can take their brands to the next level.
And we want you to be able to make that introduction here.
Okay.
Although
Absolutely.
we're having the discussion right here on In Touch News Radio.
Yes.
Y'all get used to that face because he'll be in and out.
Oh, yeah.
DJ CEO. But you mentioned something when you were talking about the branding aspect. And I know when we did our pre-conversation, it was the importance of our African-American businesses, our small businesses, and businesses in general, understanding the importance of marketing and branding and putting that figure in their real budget.
Yes.
It's on paper, but we want to make sure that they are investing into the appropriate kind of media that will be able to help them. And so you're going to drill down deep and you're going to tap in with your nuggets in talking about social media and how we can best utilize that platform.
Yes, there are so many resources that are out there. So every third Wednesday, I look forward to bringing forth new resources for people to tap into. No matter what the budget is, there's something for everyone. You
say that again.
At every level. And so it's about being strategic. It's about being consistent. But first, you got to have a plan in place.
Wow. First, you have to have a plan. And that's what you're going to do in order to be able to help them. We've got the real estate guru right here. and he is going to share with them. There's something that you always say, Mr. Blue, and we'll do Derek. And this is not your cousin JoJo's business,
Right.
So they come here to clean it up. You all help to clean it up.
Absolutely. Everybody has somebody that's a self-proclaimed professional. It's going to help you file your taxes, help you set up your business, and within 12 months you didn't file your annual report, and it's already been dissolved. And you know, and I like to tell people, stop listening to your cousin.
Okay.
And Pookie.
Pookie is the name. Pookie and JJ them.
Stop listening to them. They're, you know, what we try to provide here are subject matter experts who actually know what they're doing and have proven track records.
Evidence based.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't tell me how to do surgery if you've never been to medical school. I don't want you touching me. But it's kind of the same principle. You know, you have professionals. You have people that can help you brand your business. Stop trying to do everything on your own. And that's one thing that I say as well is that most people don't know what they don't know. And you cannot be your own counselor. It's no way possible. You have to get another set of eyes to look at your stuff if you're going to be successful.
Awesome. We've heard from Dr. Shanae Davis talking about the health component. And even here with the THEP group, you have a health component we heard Diva J talk about starting out in her consulting business in the healthcare professional. I'm all up in there. I'm passionate about health. I'm a nurturer by birth, and that's probably why all of us are here. I love helping people. I love assisting people. I was a young candy striper, and so I grew up wanting to be a doctor. And this gentleman, Derek, doesn't even know the story, but yet he always calls me Dr. Cusseaux. And so I got my undergraduate. I started in nursing and got my BS degree in healthcare management and went on and got my BS degree in business management. And so that PhD, Dr. Davis, it's coming in theology. But that being said, I'm so pleased to be able to have the opportunity for my company, Cusseaux and Associates. And I also happen to be the proud owner of DSI Black Pages, publisher Tampa Bay, where these two resonate on the cover. Jeanette and I are coming next. Okay. So that being said, it's Black History Month. Yes. One of the things I asked my co-hosts, and I'm so glad to be sharing this opportunity with them because I get to take a break and take a swallow. That being said, we're going to go to Derek Blue. And one of the things I thought about when we were formulating the show, we're here on this property. As you say, you're the real estate agent here as well, landlord. I was having a conversation a year ago with Mr. Cole, Robert Cole, one of the founding members of THAP.
Yes.
We toured this facility. You know what he said to me? I was the president of THAP when we purchased this dilapidated warehouse. And he said, I'm excited to see all of these businesses. Now, Mr. Cole is in his 90s.
Yeah, still sharp.
But he walked this campus. And if you were in your office, he shared some wisdom with you about it. So that being said, the building was named after Mr. James Hammond.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about the founders and this legacy that you now have been given the baton.
Yeah, the
big shoes to follow.
It's big shoes, but these black men.
A moment in Black history.
Absolutely, they were ahead of their time.
Yes,
they were men, from what I understand, and I kind of caught them at the end, of course, but they were men that just were not afraid to try and challenge any system. I think that generation. I'm a year out of being a millennial, I guess. I guess I don't know.
If he's a year out, we're a couple of years out.
A couple years out. But and this right here came from dealing with Wakandians right here. But they were well ahead of their time. They were not afraid to challenge the status quo. If they didn't look at their color as a handicap.
Yes.
They understood that there was power in numbers, and what they did was they invested $25,000.
Okay.
They put their money together and let's start something that is going to be more than talk. It's got to be action. Hence the name Tampa Hillsborough Action Plan.
Tampa Hillsborough Action Plan.
Because people talk, the politicians talk, the government talk, people talk. But what we need for a time like this is action. And I believe that God raised them up for such a time as this. They were able to purchase it. And several years later, a little country boy from Crescent City, Florida, drove his family to Tampa to take it a little bit further.
All right, break it down for us.
10 years ago, I was doing housing inspections in Flagler and Putnam counties for a community action agency. And the board at the time, which consisted of Mr. James Hammond, Monroe Mack, Lewis Jones.
Yes, Robert Scott.
Robert Scott Sr.
Yes.
They were
Robert Cole.
Robert Cole. They said, we got a grant and we need to open an office in Polk County. My background is energy. And they brought me on to open that office in Polk County. And I was legitimately doing inspections. I was cleaning bathrooms. I was sweeping this same dilapidated
Right here on this campus.
Wow. Moving boxes. There's pictures out there, and and I just worked, continue to work hard, continue to believe in the vision, and through trying to be humble, I think God allowed me to be elevated within this organization, and I work with the former CEO. Actually, every design you see here started at the back of on my pencil.
Okay.
Each one of these that we actually sit in right now, that was in my purview at the time, was to build these. And little did I know, soon after, I'd be the chief mechanic.
Chief mechanic. He's so humble. Listen, guys, he went from sweeping dirt, because this was all dirt.
Yeah.
And today, there are pavers. We have a courtyard.
Yeah.
We have one section called Blue Street.
Absolutely.
And to Diva J and to Dr. Davis, we have pavers. You can have your business etched on a stone.
Wow.
You don't have to stay on Blue Street. There is a Cusseaux row out there as well. But we can build Wakanda. Each of us can put our names. In Touch News Radio will take the blocks right next to this building. Am I right, DJ CEO?
Absolutely right.
I am absolutely right. Now, because of the partnership with Your Best You, we'll be able to see a block for Your Best You.
Yes, you will have a block.
So when you come to Wakanda, when you come to what we like to call our little black Wall Street,
Yes.
you'll step on a stone, but watch your step, because the name may be your own. We'll talk about that a little later.
Bars.
So a moment in Black history with Mr. James Hammond, Mr. Robert Cole, Mr. Robert Scott, Mr. Lewis Jones, and Dr. Earl Leonard.
Yes.
Got all of this started. We'll see you back in a few.
Keeping you informed, in tuned, and in touch. Your worldwide radio connection. In Touch Radio.
My name is Gil Sampson. I didn't come from a very rich family, and so paying for college would have been very tough. I don't know if I would have been able to go to the college that I went to, and then I don't know if I would have gotten into the career that I am in. So I think Bright Futures has done a lot to shape my life. I got a job as a structural engineer, and I design residential buildings, commercial buildings all over the United States. Because of Bright Futures, I was able to go to college. You know, so many kids just don't even ever get that opportunity. And to be able to do it and not have any debt when I graduated is amazing. And it was all thanks to Bright Futures.
Florida has created more than 1 million jobs in only 5 years, and a great education connects our students to these exciting opportunities. That's why the Florida Lottery has funded Bright Futures scholarships to help over 725,000 students attend college. Because every play is for education. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Hi, this is Dr. Veronica Walters, also known as Dr. V, the head of school at the Walters Academy for Entrepreneurship, a place that we like to call The Way, where we're educating today's youthpreneurs to be tomorrow's billionaires through social entrepreneurship. Do you have a student who's bored, frustrated, gifted, inquisitive, creative, business-minded? Then maybe you need to check The Way out. Listen, we have an educational platform that allows for individualized instruction. It's strength-based, project-based, and designed to help your student become the absolute best they can while starting their own business and being an entrepreneur. If you're looking for something different and you need to find a more excellent way, then you need to visit us at The Way. That's The Way, www.thewaetampa.org. Or you can call us at 813-603-7923. We look forward to showing your student a more excellent way at The Way.
And we are back. Thank you, DJ CEO. I've got to get used to us. We had this dialogue back in August, but I've got to stop looking ahead of me and look over to my left where I have the real co-host, of Let's Talk Business with Sheryl J. Cusseaux. The J is for Jennings. We were talking about and sharing about our pivotal Black History Months. One of the things we also want to do on the show, as we're talking about what's happening in your business, what's happening in our community, what's happening on a social perspective, and we'll have some announcements with you just a little later on. I'll share with you a little about my Black history. But first, we want to hear from Dr. Shanae Davis.
Yes.
What moment in Black history impacted your life?
Well, moment in Black history that impacts my life. There are just so many.
Girl, give us one.
Well, I love historical romance, so
Look at it, y'all.
and I'm kind of geeky, so it's just always a lot of stuff. However, one thing sticks out to me, particularly when it, we just had the State of the Union address
Yes.
Last evening, and we had the Democratic rebuttal by Stacey Abrams. She was the she wasn't successful in her bid for becoming Georgia's
Right.
next governor, but boy, did she make an impression.
She did.
It just showed
She
us
did.
how we don't have to apologize for who we are. We can be unapologetically sister and for everyone. We don't have to change the way our hair is. We
I
don't
love
have
that.
to change the way we speak. We don't have to not tell our story. We are leaders in our own right. This is a woman that was leader of the House in Georgia
Yes.
and had a platform, had experience to unite parties, and she went out for Georgia's governor. She wasn't successful for a number of reasons, but it just didn't stop there. She did
It
a great
did not.
job last night. So I'm a political junkie. My moment in Black history was back in March of 1913. There was a representation, a cohort of Black women that participated in the first women's suffrage march. And these were the 22 ladies that founded Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. They were the only cohort of Black women. Yes, they were escorted because that was just the way at the time. But everyone else there was non-minority. That took some bravery. That took some initiative. And it took some fortitude.
It did.
And in the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C., not just the Black Museum there, but in the Smithsonian Museum of American History, where there is suffrage, you see the first and founding members of Delta Sigma Theta there, because the right to vote is everything, and we can see that in today's politics. When you don't vote, when your vote is suppressed, when your opportunity to vote has been taken away. From you, your vote is your voice, and we have to utilize it and participate in the process to affect policy that affects us all. It affects us from an economic standpoint.
It does.
In our ability to obtain, housing, and even just to know what to ask for. It affects us in our ability to obtain health care and
Yes.
to even
Quality health care.
have the access to walk in and speak to someone about what's going on with them. It affects our ability to get good education. It affects our place in the world when you don't have a voice. So voting is important. And
Voting is
the
important.
suffrage march and the bravery of those 22 women is my moment in Black history.
Thank you so much. And what a pivotal moment as we talk about a moment in Black history. My moment, you all know it so well. I remember being a little girl, pigtails in my hair, being called in to hear a speech that you know all so well. But you could not tell me that I was not related to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. In 4th grade, my teacher said, I want you to learn that speech. And I want you to present that speech before the school auditorium. My brother, hey, William, up in Alaska, worked with me, memorized that speech. And to this day, my hero, one of many, as you alluded to, there's so many moments. But little did I know that making that speech as a fourth grader, the I Have a Dream speech, in my Dr. King's voice, I would go on to win oratorical contests. I would go on to recite that speech as an adult. I would go on to host the first inaugural chaired ML King Parade Foundation Gala.
Now you know we want a snippet of that. Just a little snippet.
Voice, though.
The King voice.
Yeah, so you can't.
I have a dream that one day my 4 little children will one day grow up. You want me to keep going? Stop. But what happened was, at that particular inaugural gala, we had a gentleman there, Derek Bryant. He came on that stage. Dr. King's speech was playing on the big screen. But walking almost in between the screen was Darius Bryant. I'm telling you, you were there. You were there. Cheers. You could feel the hair standing up on the back of your neck because he sounded just like Dr. King. Then I would go on to host the second gala. But this time, we had 5 young students, most in high school, to come and recite a paragraph of that speech in their own way. But Pierre Elson, Men of Vision, came up to close it out. And he connected with all of the men of vision, locked elbows, and they supported him as he closed out the I Have a Dream speech.
Wow.
But take us back, because that speech was written in August. Take us back, and you were there, DJ CEO, Dr. Oh my gosh. We got to style a dinner for Dr. Zanona Clayton. She walked with Dr. King. She shared with us what that was like for her. She was so afraid. They didn't even know if they were going to be alive the next day. We got to style and host her dinner right here, her 88th birthday. Andrew Young came.
From Atlanta.
Dr. King, Bobby Jones came. Is still my hero. Who knew that from 4th grade to 20 plus, I would still be talking about that dream speech and living my dream. It's all about helping others. Let's talk business, and bringing my cohorts on today was to be able to do that. That passion still lives within me today. That's why we want to be all up in your business. Thank you for your moment. Did we short you, Derek Blue? Or you've got your other moment?
I want to talk about when David Chappelle did. I'm just joking.
Okay. We gotta watch him.
I'm good.
So we now turn the mic to our co-host. And let me recap. Derek Blue, Let's Talk Business, first Wednesdays. You know we just took up your Wednesday.
Just saw that.
You want to come back at the end of the month?
No,
You'll wait for your next first?
I'll just wait till my next time.
Second Wednesday, Dr. Shanae Davis will be here. And she's bringing an incredible story. But we're each going to close out in just a moment. But your Black History moment.
So,
Diva J.
My Black History moment, you know, I've been on the earth for a few years. And living in Washington, D.C., student at Howard University, I was actually home. And I was able to witness my grandfather, Johnny Lewis, mayor of West Tampa. I was able to witness the first election of our first African-American president, Barack Obama.
Awesome.
And so for me, living in D.C. at the moment, but being in West Tampa when it happened and being able to just see my grandfather see that.
Amazing.
It just did everything for me. I knew that all things were possible. I knew that no matter what, you know, back in his day, he probably never would have thought he saw it. But then let's fast forward. So then President Obama was inaugurated.
Yes.
I was there at 4 a.m. in the freezing cold. I don't know if you all know how cold it was that morning. the rivers had froze over. Oh. And I was there. I was determined as a journalism student to do an actual broadcast piece at the inauguration. And so I was out there for hours, lost my voice. And the people who were at the inauguration were so happy. It was one of the first moments I felt like America was all together.
All together.
It was just the vibes. You could feel people's energy. If somebody fell, everyone was like, "Oh, you okay?" You know, if someone looked cold, "Oh, take my jacket." It was just this euphoric moment. And so for me, it's a moment that I would never forget. I lost my voice that day. I struggled through my broadcast piece, but I was just happy to be there. And so throughout his entire administration, I lived in D.C. And just that experience, understanding not just the election of Barack Obama, but the election of First Lady Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Was really what kind of changed my life. To see this beautiful brown-skinned woman
looking like you,
be her unapologetic
self.
And just be authentic and real and just everything. That moment, those years of moments changed my life. I knew from there I could do and be anything I wanted to, anything I was determined to be. I wouldn't let anyone validate who I am or who I have the potential to be. And so to be there, we all lived it, but to just be there, to drive past the White House on a daily basis and to know that the black president and the black first lady lived there. It wasn't the White House, it was the Black House.
True. And then they did a repeat performance.
Yeah.
Amazing. We have so much to look forward to. We have so much to educate our children about and let them know that they can be anything that they want to be. Yep. And that is so very important. So what we're going to do now with Let's Talk Business, we have been all up in your business, but it started with us. We were very transparent in telling you what our agenda is, what the platform is going to be for this show. So in our closing moments, because after you hear from these three, we're going to pause for a commercial break, and then we're going to bring in two individuals so that we can talk about community announcements, and then we're going to talk about the announcements that's affecting us right here on this campus. Final thoughts, Dr. Davis.
My final thoughts. I just absolutely love this platform. And every second Wednesday of the month, we're going to start off with a story.
Hit it.
Yeah. Boom.
Yes,
that's how we came up with this. Every second Wednesday of the month, we're going to start off with a story. You know, chronic disease, those things that, you know, we don't have cures for, things that we have to live it, but just learn how to control. We want to teach you about those things. We want to talk about those things. And we also want to remind you that it's closer than you realize. We all know somebody with diabetes. We all know somebody with high blood pressure. We all know someone who has, you know, that dark, crusty stuff on their neck that you think is just, you know, ring around the collar, or those big old ankles that you're calling cankles. But we want to put some meaning behind those things and help you to figure out, you know, how can we, you know, change our lives for the better before something untoward happens. We're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about those stories. We're going to give you an opportunity to call in. And we're going to remind you that Dr. Davis at Your Best You is taking new patients.
She's taking new patients. That is her announcement. Did you hear that? Your Best You, Dr. Shanae Davis, is taking new patients.
I like that marketing.
Yes. And you can find her in the Black pages. You can find her on her Facebook page, on her Instagram page. What's your name? It's all Your Best You.
It's Your Best You personalized primary and diabetes specialty care. But more importantly, there's several providers around here in Tampa and in surrounding areas that can take great care of you, but you are your own best health advocate. We want to help you in knowing what to say, what to remember when you leave your office visits, and give you those tips that help every visit go forward where you benefit. And no matter where you are, you actually are your best you, and you're on your way to becoming your best you.
And you said to us that you are going to break it down.
We're going to break it down. We break everything down. I meet you where you are. Everyone doesn't, you know, speak medical. So
that's how you're going to be all up in their business.
Yeah, wherever you are, I'm going to meet you where you will.
Yeah, meet you. Oh, she said it. We're going to be all up in your business. Yeah. Derek Blue.
Yes, ma'am.
Final moments.
Final moments. Everything has a blueprint. Everything has directions, instructions. I remember I was tasked by my wife. Shout out to Melanie Blue.
Yes.
To
and your 5 faves.
And my 5 heartbeats. It's my favorite movie too. Yeah. But I was tasked with putting together a dresser, and the way
was it from IKEA?
No, I think it was from. We first got married.
You needed some instructions.
From Dollar Store. I don't know. It was from somewhere. But I looked at it and I saw what it looked like on the box, and because I know it all, I said I'm gonna put this thing together. I don't need instructions. And I put it together, and it kind of looked like the dresser. But the minute that I started to put weight on it, it broke down. And that was because I didn't follow the blueprint. And I think sometimes we do that with our businesses. I know we do it with our lives. And I want to encourage those who may be, watching this broadcast is that I think what you'll get from this platform is a blueprint.
A blueprint.
You'll get a blueprint, and of course my last name is Blue. But you'll get a blueprint. You'll get from Dr. Cusseaux. You'll get a combination of a lot of stuff with her background from Dr. Davis. And then of course from the brandpreneur.
I love that.
You'll receive that. So get your blueprints and please take some time and visit 5508 North 50th Street.
Yes.
That's DJ CEO right there in Suite 15 for all your advertising needs. And just come check us out. 5508 North 50th Street, Suite 7. Ask for Georgia. We have co-working specials and have a seat and go to work. You'll be able to purchase coffee from an entrepreneur who imports his own coffee, roasts it all right here.
Yes.
In
and
Wakanda.
What's the name of that business in Wakanda with the coffee?
It's called Amaretta Coffee.
Amaretta Coffee.
And we've been working on a rebranding campaign for them. And we're breaking news. A name change to Nojo. Not your
You're
ordinary
gonna love that.
Joe. You'll love it.
I like it.
So that's what's happening here. So you'll be seeing me or somebody like me on every first Wednesday.
All right. And so we've got 2 events coming here, and we're going to share those with you briefly. We're going to go ahead and hear from DJ CEO. We're going to hear from Diva J. You've got an event coming up. And shout out to Tampa Housing Authority, where you serve as
the Special Projects Manager.
Special Projects Manager. And what special project do you have today?
So this is not my first baby, but this is my biggest baby right now. And so this is the 11th annual charity golf tournament that is hosted by the Tampa Housing Authority. It's a fundraiser, and the funds that we raise go to support our youth program.
Awesome.
Program properties and services that we have for them. And so for our youth, a lot of people don't understand that the Tampa Housing Authority is one of the second largest developers in this area. And so we
nice
not only
too.
house families and youth and seniors, but we serve them. We have a community center on a daily basis, after school programs and so forth. And so it's just a great opportunity. And through the golf tournament, through participating as a sponsor or a golfer, you can support. So to learn more, go to thagolf.com. And I'm your event producer, so I have all the answers.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick break and let our announcement sponsors come in. But I want to take this time out to say thank you to my co-host. I'm looking forward to our special time that's already been booked for the rest of the year.
Yes.
First Wednesdays, second Wednesdays, third Wednesdays. On the fourth Wednesday, guess what? You and our radio listening audience can be a co-host. Give us a call.
Nice.
And don't forget the call-in number. Be back in a sec.
Keeping you informed, in tuned, and in touch. Your worldwide radio connection. In Touch Radio.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids state of Florida. Grab a pen or sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
I was just thinking about you.
We're back to Let's Talk Business with Sheryl Cusseaux, and you are here to hear from my three co-hosts, Dr. Shanae Davis from Your Best You, Mr. Derek, I almost said Brooks. Blue, he will be bringing the blueprint from the THAP group, and as well, Jeanette Diva J. She will be coming back from the Dash Marketing and Coordinating. So we have two very important community announcements. In the house, we have Mrs. Janet Kitchens, the Executive Director of Positively You. Yes, tell us what's happening and what's coming down the pipeline. And first, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Come closer.
Thank you. My name again is Janet Kitchen. I'm the Executive Director of Positively You, a nonprofit here in the great state of Florida, here in Tampa, that's located on West Waters, 1420 West Waters Avenue, Suite 104. We provide services for people living with HIV and AIDS and affected by HIV and AIDS, which essentially encompass our whole community. We are having here hosted at 5508 an event called Culture and Cocktails.
Culture and Cocktails.
Yes. So culture because it's National Black HIV Awareness Day, which is on February 8th.
Okay.
The date that we are hosting it is Black History Month, and that is our culture part. And we will be talking about HIV and AIDS, bringing the conversation to the community. And in this particular event here, we will have people that are living with HIV and AIDS that will, explain to the community the difficulty of telling their story and exposing and disclosing to their family, loved ones, people that they care about, their HIV status. So it's very exciting. They will have about 5 or 6 different scenarios that will be exciting and something you really love.
Okay, and so that's going to happen right here on the 5508 campus this Friday, correct?
Yes, it is.
And so you're going to be, is the public invited?
The public is invited.
Awesome.
It's open to the public.
But they need to call you and RSVP?
They can RSVP. We're pretty close, so they can come in. We do have space, but the whole idea that it is an awareness day, so it is open to the public.
Awareness Day. Okay.
And it's the National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day, so we want to bring awareness to our community.
So as we celebrate Black History Month, you're coming here with a piece of history and bringing awareness to us as there is a celebration of National Black HIV Day and recognition. So we're going to hear from presenters. You're going to be out in the courtyard. So come for culture and cocktails.
Free cocktails.
Oh, wow.
They are free. Yeah,
oh,
it will
bless
be
your heart.
Beer and wine. It will be
beer
free.
and wine. Okay, so you heard it straight from her. Thank you so much for coming to share your announcement. And we're going to switch over. She is not new to In Touch News Radio. We have Miss Stephanie Pollard here from Health Workshops or Us. She has a huge event going on in Gainesville.
Yes.
Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you for having me today, and I'm so excited. On this Saturday at 1 p.m. in Gainesville at the Hotel Indigo, we are having a Cultivating My Mind, Body, and Spirit symposium. We have a team of physicians that are going to be there talking about mental health, emotional health, and talking about opening the conversation about getting help. And there are a variety of areas that you can get help in, and then also you can also reach out, because what we want to have and cultivate is a open forum where people can start talking about mental health and not take it as a stigmatism, because we want to have that open conversation. I'm going to be speaking on hormones. Okay. How testosterone in men, how estrogen in women, how that affects your mood. And it does. And once you hit that 40-ish age, your hormones change. I don't care how good a shape we in. I don't care how much exercising you do. Your hormones change, and that affects your mood. So we want to have that open conversation, and we have some professionals. And then we also have, for our Black History, Mr. Adrian F. Harper Sr. He is the founder and owner of NCF DNA Laboratory Testing. Okay. And they are the first African-American owned company that does diagnostic molecular testing. And also we're going to have guests that's going to be singing, Mr. Rance Allen.
Awesome. One of my husband's favorite singers,
and
Rance Allen.
I brought some tickets. I brought some free tickets. So you can call here to the radio station.
So the number is 813-444-9588. How many tickets do you have, Stephanie?
I have 5 tickets.
So can we leave them here with In Touch?
Yes.
Okay, yes. In Touch News Radio. We'll have those tickets here. Compliments of you. Thank you so much.
Health Workshops Are Us.
Health Workshops Are Us. And again, your event is held this Saturday in Gainesville. And the
Hotel Indigo.
Hotel Indigo. Thank you so much to Janet Kitchens from Positively You. And you heard it right here. And you brought us something. It's all about exposure. It's all about awareness. Free. Need tickets, but we got free tickets. So be sure to, again, 813-444-9588. Now we're wrapping up. We're here at In Touch News. Let's see. Where can I put this? It's all about your sweetheart. It's all about your sweetheart. Valentine's Day coming up, February the 14th. One of the things that Daryl and Tammy said when they started being able to create events, they do the couples balls, which is phenomenal every year, but they wanted to keep the relationship together. So they have that in the fall, but come now, you get to bring your sweetheart. And everything is provided for you. The mood is already set. The music will be playing at the right rhythm. You get to show off your best date. This is going to be, you don't even have to worry about the date. You don't have to remember the date. It's February 14th, Valentine's Day. You can reach out to intouchnewsradio.com. You can go to the Facebook page. You must have a ticket. Please, for all of the pertinent details, go to intouchnewsradio.com for the detailed specifics. Now, here's the thing we've been sharing with today. 5508 is a campus of collaborators. We collaborate. We support each other. One of the things that In Touch News is going to do with this event is make it a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for the THAP group. We talked about Blues Blocks, Blues Street. We talked about there's a Cusseaux row. We talked about In Touch News has a row. You will get to come and purchase. Oh, yes, and we have blocks that's going to be engraved from Positively You. This is going to be a great fundraiser. You get to come and purchase a block with your name and your sweetheart's name on it. So please come and join us on Valentine's Day. I'll be here. DJ CEO and Miss Tampa Bay Tammy will be here. at 5 p.m. We have a lot going on. This campus is rocking. It really is Wakanda. Now, last but not least, the publication that I have been blessed with, DSI Black Pages. You've got a minute left to get on the cover if you're interested. Unfortunately, you can't get on the back cover. Those pivotal spots have already been taken, but our goal is to showcase as many Black-owned businesses and organizations for 2019. Give us a call, 813-283-3883. Find us at dsiblackpages.com. And again, let's talk business with Sheryl Cusseaux. A special thanks to this radio station, Black-owned, global. Until the next time, where we'll be all up in your business. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.